Hey you beautiful people, welcome back to Calendar on Cars, and as ever, it's Barron's Manor Park Classics. We've got a fantastic sale coming on Saturday. Today is Thursday. I'm gonna whack this video up for you. Real quick, my top 5, might chuck in a bonus one for you as well. This is what the stuff is in this Saturday sale. If I had the money, and I don't, these are the cars I would be taking home. Hope you find something you like. Right, my first pick, how could I not pick this one? People always say, what is a future classic? What's the thing I should buy, enjoy, have a few miles with, tuck away, maybe make a few quid in the future? I think it's hard to argue that a rare Alfa Romeo in the correct colour, rare model isn't going to do some kind of financial good in the future. And if not, would you really care because you have a nice car to drive to work? This, I think, could be a future classic. Alfa Romeo Brera. Now, this is the JTS. This is the Pro Drive equipped one. And come and have a look. First of all, the colour is correct. It's Italian national racing colour. It is also 58,000 miles. It's also a 6-speed manual petrol. Now, if it were the great V6 engine, we would be raving and this would be an awful lot of money. But because it's the smaller engine, it's going to be cheaper to run, cheaper to service. Our vendor has very cleverly put this in at no reserve as well. So I think people are going to be fighting for this. And I already know that people have registered to bid on this car. But look inside, look. I mean, the styling on these is absolutely phenomenal. You've got a wonderful interior, which is worn very, very well indeed. Low mileage on this, 58,000 miles. And of course, because it's got the Pro Drive bits, they only made 500 of these. They made the 2.2, which is this one. They made the 3.2, which to be fair, everybody wants, but is a lot more money. You've got uprated suspension, nicer wheels. This is 347 of 500. And you've got a letter from Stellantis saying that it's the real deal. You've also got this lovely glass roof as well on here. I just think this at 58,000 miles and no reserve is probably going to go for at least 4 or 5 grand, I would have thought, because it's in such nice condition. But wouldn't you like to own that? Wouldn't you like to daily that? And the nice thing is, being a 2.2, you really could, but because it is a genuine no reserve car, whoever buys that is going to set the price. And again, just come and have a look on the driver's side. Come around and have a look. Look at the headlights. What I love about the Brera was, I think, a concept car made a production reality. Alfa really delivered on what they said they'd do, and not many manufacturers do that. And for that reason, I do think they are going to become a future classic. Mileage is good, history is good, colour is good, condition is good. Everything says if you've got a few thousand kicking around in your pocket, I'd have that. I mean, just look at the seats, look at the top of the seats with the S badge on. Absolutely magnificent car, that. Really nice. So that is my first pick. Now, my next pick represents something of a problem for me because I am financially destitute this month for various reasons, not least of all buying another car from Manor Park North. And then, of course, what happens? You come to work and there, in the auction, is a car that you'd very much like to own. This has to be, I don't know who spec'd this originally, but if you are watching and you're still with us, you're a genius. It's any word to describe. Look at this. Someone's gone into a Jaguar dealership. It might have even been a press car, this. It's so cool. Specified British Racing Green on an XJR, 1996 XJR X300, which I think is the best of all the XJs. I like the 308, which is the later car, the facelift car. But look at the bumper. I think the bumper on the 300 is a nicer looking thing. It's a bit squarer, a bit less 90s and swoopy. The XJR has, to me, the best wheels on any XJ. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? British Racing Green was an inspired choice, but look, it gets better because inside this supercharged XJ is, look, oxblood. I mean, what a thing. What a thing. So you've got that amazing oxblood interior. You've got a 4-litre supercharged up front. It's done 112,000 miles, this. And it's got that gorgeous interior with the wood wheel. I could not be more in love with the colour combination. Now, I have 3 of these now. I am getting a little bit of a problem with my X300 308 collecting issue. I would like to make it 4. And what I love about these is, look, so you get the later, beautiful exterior, the smoother exterior, but you get effectively bits of the old XJ40 dash. And that's why, to me, the nicer bumpers, the earlier dash is why the 300 is the one. An XJR X300. What a car. The leather's in really half decent nick. You could probably just recolonize that and make it a little bit better. What you're going to pay for that? You're going to pay somewhere between £5,000 and £6,000 to own that motor car. I will be insanely jealous. And if you can find me a better looking, better spec'd one of those for about 5 grand, I'll eat my hat. And now for something very special indeed. Everybody knows my love for the Rover 75. Everyone knows my love for the MGZT that came after, which of course is Peter Stevens and his team doing, I think, absolutely sterling work. Taking what was already a very nice shape and just making it a little bit chunkier and sportier to make the ZT. But there was one ZT that I think really surpassed everything else that was going on at the time, and that's because they stuffed a flipping Mustang V8 in it. So this is the ZT 260, and this is a rare old bus. Look at that. Where there should be a Rover or Honda drives engine, instead, you get a flipping V8. Look at that. Now, the only thing that could make this any better as a rare bird, apart from the big factory-fitted V8 at the front, is imagine if it was a manual specification. Imagine what a hot rod that would be. But wait, look inside. It's a manual. Oh my God. So you've got a 4.6 litre V8 up front, 260 bhp, 302 pound-feet, 15 service stamps. It's a flipping manual. Well, try and find another one. I do really love this. This was kind of MG Rover at the point where they had no money but a huge amount of imagination and access to sort of random parts bins. And they were just having a go at anything. And I think if you went into a boardroom at that point and said, look, I've got this great idea. How about we stick 3 series components at the back, American V8 at the front, and offer it to people in the showrooms? And they went, yeah, go on then. So what you've got here is basically sort of effectively MG's M5. But were this an M5, you know how much money it would be. £6,000 to £7,000. You could own that car. I just think that's utterly awesome. Mileage is not bad at all, 72,000 miles, 15 stamps in the service book. That has to be a pick. Get bidding. Right, this next one, run. Don't walk to your bank manager, other half, overdraft facility. If you want a Volkswagen Golf, this is the one you want for loads of reasons. I think this is Golf at its zenith. During this time, I'm not a massive fan of the Mark 8, I've got to be honest. The way they were building them at this point, this is 2012, this is peak Golf, basically, in terms of performance, tunability, usability, everything. This is a Japanese import, my favourite thing in the world. So in other words, it has never seen salt. And it was only UK registered last year, so I would suggest it's only had a year of living in the UK, which to me is the most wonderful thing in the world. So underneath, it is like a brand new car. You have got the opportunity to go back in time and get a very lovely 39,000 low mileage Golf. It's got a Japanese service book, fully stamped, it's HPI clear, it's got that gorgeous red paint, it's got a fantastic interior, it's got the plaid interior, they're the Jaguar cloth seats as well. Just look at that. Now these are a fantastic car in standard trim, they really are. I think this car, particularly as a 5-door DSG, answers the question, what is the car that you could buy that does absolutely everything? You can take the kids to school, you can pick up the family shop, you can go on holiday, you could tune it, uprate the brakes and suspension, take it on track. The DSG, actually I know a few people that race with the DSG box. It's a wonderful car. Normally, because they are now 11 years old at least, and this one's 13 years old, you don't get them in this condition, you don't get them with this mileage, you don't get that history. You're gonna have to undo a lot. On this car, there's nothing to undo. I think for that reason, you're gonna pay at least £7,000 to £9,000 for it. But again, if you really want one, I think you're going to struggle to find one in that condition. Just come and have a little walk around the back. Look, it's even got little Japanese stickers on the window, which is absolutely fantastic. But the condition of the car, it needs literally nothing. Even things like little door edge protectors, obviously in Japan, stop people marking the doors. It's gorgeous. I think that's going to be, as I say, 6 to 7. If you're lucky, you might take that home. It's had a little bumper crease, so there you go. There's a fault for you. Someone's obviously backed into the bumper's done its job and popped out, but it's just cracked the paint. So get that smart repaired, and you've got a beautiful car. Again, another car that I would love to own very much indeed. Now, are you looking for the ultimate tow car, the ultimate family wagon, something that will pull your caravan, your boat, your trailer, your house? I think it's probably this, isn't it? Dodge Ram. I think if, like me, you're trying to make up for inadequacies in other areas, this is the perfect vehicle for you. It really says that, you know, I have a tiny ego, but I love these. I really do love these. I just think they're fantastic. And also they're getting to the point now that they're not a huge amount of money. You're going to pay probably about 7 or 8 grand for this one. It's done 125,000 miles. It's also an interesting spec. So it's the Evernham Motorsport Edition. So you get, it basically a group of dealers offered these as a NASCAR inspired body kitted version of the standard truck. And they're very nice because you get, if you look inside, if you can see through the window, you get the racier seats. You get, of course, a 5.7 Hemi V8 as well. You get the full body kit, which I love. You know me, I have a body kit on anything. So you get the integrated side steps. You get the chrome wheels as well. They're all commemorated and dash plaqued, which this one is. But I just think, obviously your fuel bill is going to be enormous. It's going to cost you an absolute fortune to run. But I don't think you'd care, and nothing tows or pulls like an American V8 pickup truck. And it's also a full crew cab as well. So if you have got kids, the kids will fit in the back, the dog will go in the back. And also this Evernham edition, if you look, has got a fiberglass tonneau on gas struts. So that will come up and lift up. So it's a bit more secure than a standard pickup. Also keeps the water out. So you do have the ultimate boot. Money-wise, as I say, £7,000 to £9,000, you could have that on your driveway. If you're towing a race car or towing a caravan, you won't even know it's there. Right, my final pick is the potential bargain slash potentially financially ruinous for you if you buy it, is this. And I love cars like that. I love cars that are an absolute punt. This is like putting a couple of £1,000 down on red or black in the casino. Could go either way. Could be an absolute win, or it could be utterly terrifying. Isn't that the best thing to do? This is super cool. You know that I do love a P38. This is a Westminster full fat V8, this one. So also, if you come and look, left-hand drive, and it's from the UAE, from the United Arab Emirates. Now, while I love it very much, it's done high mileage. It's got 212 showing on the odo. It's got some very nice fresh tyres. It's kind of tidy with a little bit of scruffiness. You can certainly smoke it as a daily. It's just got that rude boy gangster factor, and it could be very inexpensive indeed. As I say, do not underestimate the bills that might come after that inexpensive purchase, but buy with that in mind. And I think it's a phenomenal car. I love the colour. I love the fact it's a Westminster. I love the fact it's on the baby wheels, so it rides really well. Allegedly, this was involved in a shoot-up, and apparently somewhere there's some kind of bullet damage on the car. I don't believe that. I think that's someone hyping it up. But you could buy that for £1,000, £2,000 or so. It won't be a huge amount of money. If you can live with the left-hand drive, and if you're driving in the city, or you're selling a certain kind of substance, it's probably better in the left-hand drive anyway, because you're nearer the curb. So think about it for that. There you go. That is my final pick. So there you go, there's a few cars that you can buy. There's a whole load more. There's 62 in this next sale on Saturday. Do go to the Manor Park Classics or the Barron's website. I'll put both the links in the description below. I'll also put a link to my video. If you've never bought a car or a bike at auction before, it's just not that scary. If you know what you're doing, it's actually an awful lot of fun. So I'll put my link to my video that shows you what to do if you've never been to an auction before. It's actually a lot of fun, and we're here particularly, we want to make it easy for you and enjoy it. So there you go, the sale starts on Saturday, fun starts from 9, sale starts from 1. Make sure you're in the room or online. Either way, get one of those cars. And if you do, leave in the comments. I'd love to know, because some people have been doing that, and it's wonderful to see where they go. But either way, I'll see you next time.